Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. Imagine this. You're at a social gathering. The room is buzzing with conversations, laughter, and the clinking of glasses. You're enjoying yourself, feeling connected and engaged. Suddenly, someone makes a snide remark, dismissing your opinion. It catches you off guard, and you feel a wave of embarrassment wash over you. Maybe they interrupt you, their laughter echoing the sting of disrespect. The group joins in, and you feel the sting of being the butt of the joke. It's a punch to the gut, leaving you feeling small, angry, maybe even wanting revenge. We've all been there. The feeling of being belittled can be overwhelming. It's human to crave respect, to want our worth recognized. We all seek validation and acknowledgement from those around us. But when someone treats us with contempt, it can trigger a spiral of negative emotions. The initial shock can quickly turn into a mix of anger, sadness, and frustration. In these moments, it's easy to get lost in the whirlwind of anger, hurt, and the desire to make the other person pay. The urge to retaliate can be strong. We might lash out, plot revenge, or stew in resentment. These reactions, though natural, often lead to more harm than good. But these reactions, however tempting, only offer a temporary illusion of control. They don't address the root of the problem and can leave us feeling even more powerless. They keep us locked in a cycle of negativity, feeding the very emotions we'd rather silence. Instead of finding peace, we end up nurturing our pain and anger, making it harder to move on. Breaking free from this cycle requires a conscious effort to let go and focus on healing. It's about finding inner strength and choosing to rise above the negativity. By practicing self-compassion and seeking positive outlets, we can transform our pain into growth. It's a journey, but one that leads to a more peaceful and empowered self. Stoicism and emotional fortitude. The ancient Stoics, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offered a different path, the path of emotional control. They believed that true power resided not in controlling external events or other people's actions, but in mastering our own minds. As Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This doesn't mean suppressing emotions or pretending we don't feel them. It's about recognizing that we always have a choice in how we respond. We can choose to let another person's disrespect dictate our emotional state, or we can choose to rise above it. Where to focus your energy? Imagine two gardeners. One spends their days obsessing over their neighbor's weeds, complaining about how they're ruining the view. The other focuses on tending to their own garden, carefully cultivating beautiful flowers and nourishing the soil. Which garden flourishes? Which gardener finds peace? The Stoics teach us to be like the second gardener. We cannot control the actions or opinions of others, just like we can't control the wind or the rain. Trying to do so is a futile exercise in frustration. Instead, we must focus on what we can control: our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. The art of letting go. This brings us to the Stoic principle of detachment. As Epictetus wisely observed, people are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. Detachment doesn't mean becoming indifferent or uncaring. It means recognizing that our pain often stems from our own judgments and expectations. When someone treats us with contempt, it's tempting to take it personally, to see it as a reflection of our worth. But what if we detached our sense of self from their opinion? What if we saw their disrespect as a reflection of their own character, their own internal struggles, rather than an indictment of our own? Section 5. Virtue, the path to inner peace and external influence. The Stoics believed that the only true good in life is virtue, living in accordance with nature and reason. They emphasize that external circumstances, whether good or bad, are beyond our control and should not dictate our inner peace. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." This simple yet profound advice encourages us to pause and reflect before reacting, allowing reason to guide our actions rather than impulsive emotions. This doesn't mean seeking revenge or trying to manipulate someone into feeling remorse. Instead, it means understanding that our reactions are within our control and choosing to respond with patience and wisdom. It's about recognizing that true fulfillment comes from within, from aligning our actions with our values. By consistently practicing self-reflection and mindfulness, we can ensure that our actions are in harmony with our principles. When we focus on cultivating virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, temperance, we naturally command respect. These virtues are not just abstract concepts, but practical tools that guide our daily interactions and decisions. We become a source of strength and inspiration, not because we're trying to impress anyone, but because we're living in accordance with our highest selves. This authentic way of living not only brings us inner peace, but also positively influences those around us, creating a ripple effect of virtue and wisdom. Section 6. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, or regret rises. There's a saying, "You don't know what you've got until it's gone." This timeless adage resonates deeply with many of us. While often applied to romantic relationships, it holds true in many aspects of life. Friendships, family bonds, and even professional connections can be profoundly affected by absence. When we consistently embody strength, integrity, and kindness, our absence is felt. The spaces we once occupied, the roles we played, and the energy we brought become noticeably vacant. People who once took us for granted might start to notice the void we leave behind. They may begin to reflect on the moments we shared, the support we provided, and the unique presence we offered. They might begin to see the value in our presence, in the way we treated them, in the strength and resilience we embodied. Our absence can serve as a mirror, reflecting back the importance of our contributions and the depth of our connections. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about understanding the natural ebb and flow of relationships and the impact we have on others. It's about recognizing that our greatest power often lies in our absence, in the space we create by focusing on our own growth and well-being. By stepping back, we allow others to see us in a new light, to appreciate our worth, and to understand the true essence of our presence. Reclaiming your power. So, how do we make someone regret treating us with contempt? The Stoic answer might surprise you. We don't. We let go of the need for them to regret their actions. We reclaim our power by choosing to focus on what we can control, our own response. We cultivate inner peace through emotional control, detachment, and a commitment to virtue. We recognize that their actions are a reflection of their own character, not our worth. And in doing so, we free ourselves from the chains of their disrespect. A real-world application? Let's bring this back to our initial scenario, that social gathering where you were met with disrespect. A Stoic response wouldn't be to lash out, withdraw, or seethe in silence. It would be to acknowledge the slight, perhaps even address it calmly and assertively, but then let it go. Continue engaging in the conversation, or excuse yourself gracefully. Focus on connecting with others who treat you with respect. Your energy is better spent cultivating positive interactions than dwelling on a single negative encounter. The true reward of Stoicism isn't about making someone regret their actions. It's about the inner transformation that occurs when we choose virtue, resilience, and emotional freedom. It's about finding peace amidst life's inevitable storms. When we embody Stoic principles, we become unshakable. We carry ourselves with a quiet confidence that cannot be shaken by the opinions or actions of others. And that in itself is the sweetest revenge. Remember, Stoicism is a practice, not a destination. It's about showing up every day and making the conscious choice to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and grace. It's about embracing the journey of self-improvement, knowing that every step we take towards inner peace makes us stronger, more resilient, and ultimately more free. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe and follow the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thanks for joining me today on this journey.